nice and loud for you. Let's go. I'm in the head. I'm in the head. Let's go, baby.
That was awesome. Kevin, put the AC on. Put the AC on. I just need a breeze.
I keep this on because I get like nice and hot, and as soon as I take it off, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, it's like, ooh.
But it keeps me out of the sun. Like the sun is like helping my skin. Plus, this is how it used to be. It's like,
Sweat it off. Saw the wrestlers do it. What'd Beth do for her birthday?
Disney.
She's in Disney. She likes Disney, huh? I saw her Facebook came up, and I'm like, she's a Disney fan.
All Disney all the time.
Who'd she go with, her friends? By herself?
She goes a lot by herself. Her grandparents have a house 15 minutes from Animal Kingdom.
Oh, nice.
So,
What's that, Kissimmee or Orlando?
Kissimmee. Yeah.
That's my girl. She lived there for 10 years. I went to Disney a lot when I was a kid.
Technically, it's like Buena Vista.
Yeah,
Like
Buena
that,
Vista, yeah. What's your favorite part? Magic?
I'd say Magic.
Yeah.
Closest second is probably Hollywood.
Hollywood. Cute.
Who's there, bud?
Let's go, Dad!
Let's go, baby! You got this shit!
This Jake's, this is...
You gotta see around the wall. See around the wall. Yeah.
Wait, then you guys got the call for the adoption, so that's a good birthday present.
Yeah. So we'll see if
Yay.
it stays.
When is the baby due?
So baby's already born.
Oh, okay.
It's in the NICU right now. But it's still like haven't gotten the official that like
Yeah.
we've been selected as a family.
So you'd have to go up to California and pick her up and...
Like immediately.
Girl?
Girl, yeah. Hispanic
I was just gonna say
and
nationality.
white. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the father's currently with ICE being deported,
Oh boy.
and the mother was positive for fentanyl and meth. So DCYF was like, either we're taking the baby or you give up for adoption. Because they already have, the birth mother and birth father have a child already together. That's fine.
Is there any testing they can do to make sure the baby's okay? So she was doing fentanyl and meth.
So the hospital's obviously doing the same taking care of the baby. Like it's probably gonna be in the NICU for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
So it
premature
has some-
maybe or
has
not or
some
anything.
issues?
Yeah, so right now they're saying it's on morphine to combat it. So now it's just
Oh.
weeding it off of the morphine
Oh
essentially.
my god. Fucking mother.
Guys, stop playing. Stop playing.
Ball, baby. No, it's not double. Good ball, baby. Good ball.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, I saw him. I was trying to yell at him.
Pedro Crystal, court 72. Pedro Crystal, court 72. No warm-ups. No warm-ups. Pedro Crystal, court 72.
You guys think you just want one? You're gonna play it out and see?
going through this whole process to get it, the money it costs to get one of them.
Yeah, ridiculous. That's tolling too. That makes it like almost like it's almost like a deterrent from doing it, which sucks. That's like adopting an animal too. Like my dad was gonna adopt a dog instead of going to like buy one.
Yeah.
And the process is crazy. You have to have this and have to, and he's like, dude, I can just go buy a dog or go to the shelter and pick up like you make it too hard. Close. I mean, there's definitely some things you should like be like, no, they have to have this and that, but like, dude, the adoption, kids and animals is just flooded. Like it needs to.
The company we're with right now, they are super expensive, but the good part is this company, like, so the birth parents have, in most cases, not this one, like 72 hours, usually depending on the state too, to decide whether or not they do actually want to keep the baby or not. Like they can go through the entire process, 3 months before they give birth, decide this is the birth family that we want, meet with them, everyone agrees, baby's born, and then they can go, oh hey, by the way, I want to keep it now. All the money that you have now just given that family, you get none of it back.
Seriously?
So depending on the state, you have to pay all the bills for the birth mother. Covering, like, some states it's all 9 months. Some states it's just one trimester. Some states it could be like just a month and all of that. So you could be paying this person's cell phone, cable bill, rent, mortgage, whatever it is for 9 months, and then they decide, now we're gonna keep it instead, and now you're out all
Dude,
that money.
Like, I'm surprised more people don't just commit fraud that way.
So the company with, like, they are more expensive, but essentially you're paying for the insurance of if the birth mother decides to keep the baby, you get all your money back.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
That's a good part. Because there are some people who have, like, 3 times
Those
happened to
people
them.
that are, on drugs or whatever, get deported, whatever. The chances of them trying to commit fraud and steal and taking people's money is probably high. So, and that, unfortunately, those are usually the families that get put up for adoption. But this family only had, so it's either adopt, you said, or DCYF put it in the system?
Yeah.
And then what, potentially take her back?
No, so the kid would go into foster care and be passed around from family to family until one family decides maybe they want to keep that baby instead, whatever it is.
I just didn't know, like, if you do that, is there an option they can come back in 5 years and try to get her back?
I don't think so with DCYF.
Like, if they find, like, the mother gets clean and does rehab, is there a chance that,
No, because the baby at that point is, like, already with other foster families
Yeah,
and it's
that's
through
true.
that, so I think at that point you sign the kid over essentially.
I love Nick so much. He's got
So
such
messy.
a calm demeanor.
I mean, the worst part is just like, look, now you want to make. I can understand some of the argument about portional
I'm
legal
so
and
pumped
everything,
that
but it's like,
it's
all right, you get rid of that option. So then, if they don't want the child, they have to get up for adoption. But they make adoption too expensive. Where's the kid gonna go?
Right.
Poverty, foster care. It's like, what do you? What's the plan there?
Right. And the system is so messed up right
Oh
now.
my God.
All the kids and
But it's like foster care, so that's an option like we could have chosen, and it's cheaper, but you get less protection through foster care.
yeah.
So like for us, you can choose like, oh, if the birth mother, like, are you okay if the birth mother like smokes weed essentially during pregnancy, or like obviously worse stuff, and you can like pick like your level of like what you're comfortable with. Whereas the foster care system is just like you get the kid you get.
Yeah.
So it's like, and we can like choose also like medical disabilities and things along those lines of like, oh, do we want someone who has like history of cancer or
Right.
whatever it is. So you can also like make decisions that way, and then your profile only gets sent out to the families that meet your
The
requirements,
criteria. Yeah.
and then they choose you out of like the 20 plus families that they get.
And are you guys at the point where you just want a kid, doesn't matter what's going on, or like this kid
There was
potentially
a
could have some
couple
issues,
that
right?
we were given a couple months ago that we had said yes to one, to, like for our criteria too. Like some of it could be money as well. And there was one that was outside of our range a little bit, but also just like there was a lot of like potential issues. Like it was like the mother's 4th or 5th child, and all the previous 4 had like different degree levels of like disabilities and learning disabilities and all this stuff. So it's like, all right, if 4 out of 4 are not so great,
gonna have something going on.
so I'm like, part of me is like, it's sucky to say, but it's like, you know, I want to pay all this money for a bill.
No,
I
and,
know
and if you're given the choice,
yeah.
I don't personally. I would pick a kid that's not.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm like, look, if it happens naturally, it happens
Right.
naturally. It's whatever. You can't control that. Like, if I could know ahead of time, like, yeah, I kind of would want to not pay, you know, $70,000
Yeah.
for a child with
No,
disabilities,
I don't-
knowing that every year
I
I'm
don't blame
spending
you either.
$100,000 on it. It's like,
I don't blame you because I would do that too. Especially the amount of time you guys have waited and like
and we got fucked by our
you deserve
like state home study people. They really screwed us.
so at that point be picky, like what you want, like
Yeah, they
you
put
have
us.
to.
They put us like
That's
6 months behind because they just kept fucking up.
yeah.
Yeah, they the lady who originally came to do our home study. So there's only 2 groups in Rhode Island. One has a website, the other doesn't. So the group that we went to had the website. The girl who was our study manager was fired, let go, whatever it was. Nobody ever told us. 2-3 months go by and we're like, hey,
What's going on?
we haven't heard anything. Like, we're supposed to like meet this lady, like me and Beth individually, then us together, and I'm like, nothing back, right? Message her, we get a send back email saying she no longer works there. We're like, excuse me? So we messaged them, they're like, oh, we don't have anybody in that help, so they essentially contracted out the other person in Rhode Island. Well, she met with us, and she did the home study, did all that, then didn't do her part of like actually writing the study. Like kept taking too long. She was, well, I have another job and I'm doing that, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, but we're waiting on you. Like it's you're the, like until you do this, like everything else is done. So now we're just waiting. So then we again contacted the original company and we're like, hey, like she's not doing anything. She's not doing her job. We're waiting now. And eventually we finally got somebody at the original company who was like extremely competent, jumped right on it and got everything done within like
Let's go, boys!
3 weeks.
Awesome
And I'm
job!
like, so we just waited 6-7 months for something that you did in 2 weeks.
They're
I'm like,
calling a double. They call them the.
No, what happened with the point?
so it's just like that put us so far behind, and then so I think now we're like about a year into it now of like actually being on the book, like actually being like sent to families. So
Oh, buddy. Well, I hope it works out for you, dude. Have a big party.
yeah.
I feel like they'd be undefeated if I was over here the whole time. Especially because the other
Had
people
like
like hates it.
this is the 4th or 5th one that we had that was they had asked us if we wanted to be shown to the family. One of them we knew we were top 3 choices, and then they let us know that like there's like a stretch of like 3 months where we were shown
Nice
to like
one, Dad,
70
Jay!
plus families, and we were like within the tops of like a few of the families. So I'm like,
Nice
alright,
hustle,
at least, like,
Jake!
we now have some information. I was just like kind of sitting here waiting, not knowing like our shown. And it's like we were pretty open with a lot of stuff. Like I was a lot more closed with like the medical, like not the drug usage stuff. I was a lot more in alcohol. I was like, I don't really want it, but like Beth was like, look, she was in pharmacy, she knows more about it. She's like, studies say that like, you know, sometimes smoking weed doesn't really have a huge development on the child's birth.
Good
And I'm
job,
like,
guys.
There's so much sunblock in my eye.
alright,
I'm
so
crying
now I
on
can
both
be, like,
eyes.